Hello, everybody. I a quick intro here before we get into this really long video in this Breath of the Wild series. I wanted to address why it's so long. At the end of the previous episode, we finished building Terrytown, and I know technically that's a side quest, but who doesn't want to build Terrytown? I borderline consider that a main quest because one, you know, in the process of building Terrytown, right before then you get your own house in Atino Village, and who doesn't want their own house? Like that's like pseudo mandatory. That's like a pseudo main quest. That's a main quest that they branded as a side quest. Let's be honest here, you know. But no, all jokes aside, um, this video is basically an optional video. It's mostly here for documentation, for all of the because if you watch the previous videos, you'll know my format. Breath of the Wild's a big game, a lot of traveling, and especially since I like to wear Majora's Mask, there's not a whole lot of fighting except for shrines and the occasional big boss fight like a Lionel or whatever. So a lot of the footage is just boring, you know? Like, even if I was playing this game live and you had like 30-minute increments of live footage where I don't cut anything and it's like live commentary alongside the video, that would be boring because the large, like, or even if I upped it to an hour, probably half the video would just be walking to our destination or whatever, especially during the later parts of my recordings, um, where I would spend a ton of time in the central tower looking for star fragments just every night. Just sit there just in case one falls because it's a good vantage point where you can see most of the map. So yeah, all you Breath of the Wild players, you get it. You guys understand it. You played it. Unless you purposefully are in the mood to watch someone live stream it on Twitch or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, but the reason I say this is optional is now that I've done all the shrines I can do, because again, I know this is going to be a long intro. It's already like 2.5 minutes, but just bear with me, guys. But the mindset we're at this current point in time is I want to do the boss gauntlet. And by that I mean I want to go to Ganon without doing any of the divine beasts. So, obviously, for the few of you that are watching this that so happen to not know this, even though I'm pretty sure a large majority of you do, you can't get access to the expansion content until after you beat the divine beasts. Well, most of the expansion content anyway, not including Trials of the Sword and the DLC armors and masks. Yeah, you get it. So and also each divine beast has one shrine associated with it that's locked until you beat it. So out of the 120 default shrines that are not expansions, you can only get 116 of the 120 without doing the divine beasts. So last video, with Terrytown and all of that, I have all 116 that I can get, and now basically this whole hold on, let me alt tab back to my editing software because I've pretty much finished editing. I was just needed to add this into the beginning for context, but once this intro is over, all of the gameplay that you're about to see is about 2 hours 53 minutes 15 seconds. And like I said, this is an optional video, mostly for documentation, for like my deaths and my blood moons and that kind of stuff, right? Because basically, now that I finished Terrytown, I did all the 116 shrines I can do, and I did a number of side quests. Most of them are very easy and boring side quests, as I'm sure most of you can agree, like going and bringing the kids in Hateno Village random swords and fire rods and shit, So, yeah. That being said, this is just the highlights. So I did the math in this video, not including the intros. It's like almost 3 hours long, as I just said, damn near. But the but those but those clips that add up to almost 3 hours long, and I actually went and used my TI because just to make sure I got it right. This is about 48.433333 hours of gameplay, just condensed into the highlights of those hours, which is mainly boss battles, great fairy visits, and blah blah blah, right? I didn't want you guys to suffer with me going and grinding in the desert for swift violets and blah blah blah, right? So yeah, so as you can tell, about almost 50 hours of content, and only about 3 of it was usable. So yeah, very long intro aside, I'm gonna put my calculator down. Very long intro aside, this is nearly 50 hours of gameplay, but just the highlights of it. And this and everything that you see is basically just me going out, getting resources to upgrade all of the armor that I can get. So I'm not going to do any commentary. This one is just going to be, since it's optional, and I'm just going to kind of just after this intro just let you guys just enjoy the immersive experience without my naggy ass voice in the background. So yeah, but yeah, a huge majority of this video is gonna be boss fights, whether it be Lionel's, Hinox's, the works, and a lot of deaths. So yeah, there you go. But I do want to say though, before I end this intro, since I think I got most of it down because I explained the mentality of it's optional and blah blah blah. 2 things I want to preface. I did not know that Lionel's, specifically silver and gold Lionel's, since we're doing master mode, drop star fragments. I did not know this. And there's a clip where I killed a gold Lionel and got a star fragment, and at that specific point in the game, I was on the hunt. And I was like, oh crap, I need to just start killing gold Lionels so I can get some star fragments. And for some reason I was so hyped that was an option, I didn't think about the drop rate. So my next gold Lionel, I died 36 or 37 times, and you'll see those in a row. It'll just be duh, and then I'll show you the completed fight, because I don't like showing all 37 fight attempts, because then the video, 1, is going to get exponentially bigger, and 2, what's the point if I just die at the end? So yeah, I only show fights, like the full fights, when I actually win, and you'll just see the end where I die if I fail. But anyway, like 37 deaths, and then I didn't get a star fragment, and I decided to have a little fun with that, even though I was pissed in the heat of the moment when I was doing that. Like you'll see if you guys make it that far, and I think I forget how far in it is exactly. I want to say about halfway, maybe, I don't know, but you'll see the clip, and I think it perfectly encapsulates like exactly how I felt in that moment, and I think you guys will appreciate it, I hope, anyway. But the second thing that I also want to address is that fairly late in the video, I finally went and got the Hylian shield from the castle with the Stalnox, and I grabbed it, and I was so excited that for some reason, it didn't register that my inventory was full, and I put it back in the chest, and I left. And I felt like an idiot. And instead of cutting a bunch of content, I decided to let you guys see the sheer stupidity that is that entire debacle. And aside from maybe the occasional jump cut, like if I paused for a long time and, because I had to do something, and just cut it, you know what I mean? Aside from that, the moment where I get the shield and then I put it back in the chest because I didn't realize that I did, all the way until I realize that I need to come back and grab it, is all sped up times 10. There's no cuts aside from the pauses. So you get to see, so however long it takes me from the moment it speeds up to the moment I get the shield a second time, Just multiply however long that took by 10, and that'll be the total time it took me. It's probably like 10 minutes or something. I don't know, something like that. It was a long time. It was quite a while. I don't know. But anyway, I finally came back and got it, and for some reason, instead of giving me the the original shield, it gave me the upgraded shield, where instead of it doing 90 damage with the diamond symbol, it gave me 112 with the shield symbol. You know, like the defense up stat. So, and I just hung it up in my wall in Hateno Village. There, I said it. I know I probably pissed half you guys off, but you know, by saying that, like, how dare you? But yeah. But anyway, I think that covers it. My, optional video if you don't want to watch this, debacle, this two like damn near 3 hour shit show. Then just skip to the next video if it's uploaded, and the next video will be fighting Ganon. We will be doing the gauntlet. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys just can get immersed in the fighting and the jump cuts. So, that being said, I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you next time when we do the gauntlet. And oh dear Christ, I am very nervous. I am not looking forward to Thunderblight. But anyway, take care, guys. Hey again, guys. I know you're probably just gonna see like a minor jump cut here. Everything that I said a little bit ago still applies, but I tried to export the video, which including my previous intro, which would have went straight into the gameplay, would have been like just over 3 hours long with a bunch of different clips, and my editing software was like, nah. I'm using Movavi, and because I personally like Movavi, but I haven't had experience with any other editing software, so I don't know if it's, I just like it anyway. But tried to export it. About 30 minutes in, the remaining time just froze, and it froze at 21% for quite a while. So, and it's probably because I just have, I have like I said earlier, like almost 50 hours worth of content, and I just trimmed and just kept 2 hours of it, but they're all random. I don't know. So, everything I said still applies, but I think just to make it easier for the editing software, and also, now that I think about it, for you guys that actually do want to watch like this almost 3 hours worth of, optional content that's for documentation purposes and blah blah blah, right? I'll just break it up into 3 episodes, about an hour each, maybe a little under an hour. But anyway, now that that's cleared up, let's get to the rest of the video, shall we?
Mm-hmm. Mm? Oh. 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 Oh? 끄워, 끄워. 아. 아. 오. 아. 아. 오. 아. Ha. Ah. Oh. 오. 아. 하. 오. 아. 하. 오. 아. 하.